was a snowboard instructor years ago. And when I mentioned that, or that I used to be like an archaeologist, people are like, oh, of course, what job haven't you done? Because I've done it all. And today I want to tell you about one job, which I actually never ended up getting, that probably literally saved my life. And my very first job I got paid actual money for was jumping into a lake at a country club, which is not as clean as you think, and fetching golf balls to clean them and sell them back to the club for the golfers. That was when I was a teenager, and I have been working ever since. I think I was juggling like 3 jobs through college just to make ends meet. And in my senior year, I saw that a local ski resort needed instructors. And I had already taught snowboarding, so that was perfect. But there were no more positions for snowboard instructors. Would I like to teach skiing, they asked. Meh, I much preferred snowboarding, but I needed the job, so I went on this 2-day interview. Now, before you hear what happened, tell me, what's the strangest job you've ever had? Write it down in the comments. So for this interview, or more like 2-day orientation, I got on skis for the first time in years, and it was a mess. I don't even know how many times I fell down. And if you've ever been skiing or snowboarding, you might know that the more you fall, well, the more you have to get up. And then the more you fall again because you're tired from falling down and getting up all the time. So by the end of the day, I was exhausted, I was frustrated, and I took out my snowboard instead because I thought, oh, this is going to make me feel so much better. But I was also all over the place. Okay, that made sense a little bit because, I was beat. I was tired. And by the way, clearly they said, don't bother skiing the next day with them because I didn't get the job. So I went home, rested up, and then came back the next day just to shake it off and do something fun. So I went snowboarding. And wouldn't you know it, the next day was just as bad. But I wasn't skiing and I felt fine, so what was wrong with my balance? I figured maybe I had fluid in my ear canal, something like that. So I went to an otolaryngologist and he was like, nope, it's not fluid. You need an MRI, like yesterday. And guess what? It was a brain tumor about the size of a chicken egg, wrapped directly around my hearing and balance nerve. And after the surgery, I had about 9 months of rehab because I needed to learn to walk, swallow, speak, cook for myself, everything. But looking back, I don't think I would have known any other way if I hadn't gone for that ski instructor position and realized that my balance was off. Because my neurologist said that most people who do have brain tumors don't even know it until they get into like a small car accident and then they have to go and get an MRI for insurance purposes. And for the kind of tumor I had, which is called an acoustic neuroma or a vestibular schwannoma, they generally grow quite slow for decades before people notice them. But if I hadn't already known my abilities and what I should have been expecting that day, I don't think I would have noticed the difference. So what do you think is the lesson here? I'm thinking it's don't ignore the health signs, because as soon as I noticed that my balance was off, thanks to the snowboarding, I started to investigate. But what do you think? Write me your thoughts below. And I'm really grateful for this experience because it led me to you doing this. You see, I knew that if I survived, the main thing I wanted to do was travel. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have started teaching English. And I wouldn't have realized how much people want to work on their pronunciation, and I wouldn't be an accent coach today. And if that's something you're interested in too, and you want to get support from a cool community of language lovers, then I invite you to join in. I have a special behind the scenes channel just for my community so that we can get to know each other even better. And I've got 2 free community events every month where you can meet me in person and get my help. The link is down in the description, so why not join and see if we're your people? And if not, no hard feelings. And if you want to hear more about this survivor's bucket list I made when I was diagnosed with my brain tumor, you can see that next. Hopefully I'll see you live in our community, and otherwise I'll catch you in the next video.